GM. So let's look at trade of the day. We have the big data coming out for unemployment. So I want to mark a couple levels off here. I want to look at yesterday's daily open. That's an important one. So that is Thursday's daily open. And we have the old 4-hour value area. We also have the weekly open, which is all the way up at the high end of that. So I don't think we'll reach that today. And 67k above. So if we zoom it in now, we start to look at some of these levels. All right. So we're currently resting below Thursday's daily open. That's an important level because Thursday was initially a selling day. And then after the market closed, we had a move up. So yesterday's New York session actually closed down here. And the majority of the move happened after the session. So when it happens in the overnight session, that can be a sign of not a strong move because the market moved out of hours. You know, after the New York session selling was complete, the market pushed up, took out some stops and came back. So this New York close could be revisited. If you want to keep it really simple, when New York opens today, that would be a gap. If it opened up there, this would be a gap. And we know gaps can tend to get filled. But the way I would see it is you got Thursday's daily open that absolutely needs to flip. You got that H4 value area low that needs to flip. And we've got the unemployment data coming in at 12:30. So that's when the jobs data comes out. That's where you're going to see some volatility. Obviously, the way I trade those days is the same as I've mentioned over the past few weeks. I don't react to the breaking news. I don't react to the number. I allow the market to move first. And then after positions have built for 10 or 15 minutes, we look at moves either up or down off that. I expect today's number will probably produce a pretty big move in one direction or the other. The market would be telling you that downside is more likely because it's important not to get too fooled by this nice Bitcoin move, which absolutely nice Bitcoin move up overnight. But if you take that out, we are in a downtrend. Bounces are getting sold into. And so far, this bounce was also sold into. The S&P has provided a much clearer picture of what's been happening, where it's just really straight selling. Again, the strong bounce produced new lows. That's, not bullish. NASDAQ, same thing. And so risk markets seem to be pointing to there being downside risk rather than an immediate recovery. And so it's all hinging on this number and how the market reacts to it. So we'll see that coming out now in about 2 hours, 15 minutes. This will be a big one. Definitely be trading this. Keep you updated in trading analysis and in the trader chats. What else? That's about it. Don't take positions before it. Don't try and get positioned too much ahead of it. There's going to be volatility around that number, the usual kind of stuff. When a data release is coming, don't carry positions into it unless it's already part of your plan, and expect volatility today. I think today's move is going to be very indicative of what happens next. It's a Friday. If we react negative and close near the lows, that's going to set up a deeper sell-off into next week, especially if the same happens on stocks. If we see a recovery, if we see a strong reaction and a bullish move, that would be a good sign. But honestly, with the bond market move and with the stocks move, that seems unlikely. It seems like the market is really directionally heading lower as bigger players now seem to be positioning more for potential of a recession. That doesn't mean a recession is going to happen, but the market's always trying to price in the future. So, big day ahead. Going to be good. Going to be fun for traders. Let's see what happens. GM.